Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Hasbro Conan the Adventurer Skulkur. Did you know that Hasbro did a Conan toy line? Well, they did, back in 1992, based on the Conan the Adventurer TV series. I saw this figure and had completely forgotten these even existed, and was kind of surprised that this was done by Hasbro, because it doesn't look like something we'd normally see from Hasbro. The figure is huge. He's about in the 8-inch scale or so, and he comes on this really large blister card packaging. The package has some really cool artwork of the character up at the top, which really reminds me of Skeleton Warriors, actually, but it's still cool artwork nonetheless. And I love this little blurb on the top. Feel the power! And then, the thing on the front of the package that sold this figure to me, motorized zombie tornado action. How could I not buy a figure that has zombie tornado action? This dude just screamed for a video. So the back of the packaging shows off some of the other figures that were available in the Conan the Adventurer line, and as you can see, most of them are just variants of Conan, including Ninja Conan. Because why not? Also included on the back is a bio for Skulkur, and a little blurb letting us know that we need to be watching the action-packed Conan the Adventurer TV series. Alright, let's open this guy up and take a look at him. So, right off the bat, the first thing I've got to say is, man, this dude just screams early 90s action figure. Because look at those bright neon colors. There are only 4 colors used on the entire figure. We've got this off-white color, we've got the neon orange that's seen on his eyes and his chest, and then this really bright blue and this really bright purplish pink color. I mean, he's like so fluorescent, he's almost glowing while you're looking at him. Not a lot of extra paint detail, but there is a lot of really cool sculpting going on in this guy. If you look at the details in his armor, you've got all these little skulls and bones that are very cool looking, and one of my favorite pieces is actually this crazy little lizard thing that's apparently riding on the top of his helmet. It's a very cool look for the figure, and I do like the sculpt overall. It's just, the paint detail is interesting, to say the least. Now, the articulation on the guy is very limited. The head does not turn at all. The arms have the ability to move outwards and upwards and down to kind of match up with his action feature, which I'm going to show you in just a bit. Same with the waist. It can twist a little bit, but that goes in with his action feature. And then his legs just have the ability to move up and down at the waist. There's no other articulation whatsoever. So nothing in the knees, nothing in the feet, nothing in the elbows. It's pretty basic and standard for the time that the figure came out. As far as his accessories go, the first thing we've got is a little figure stand. It's just a black stand that's got the Conan logo in the middle, and it is very helpful to have this figure stand because since his legs don't really have any articulation, the stand does help him to stay on his feet, because his feet are kind of positioned in a weird way that he leans forward a little bit, so the figure stand is very helpful. He also comes with 2 weapons, the first of which is what I assume is just a whip. It's got like 5 whips attached to one handle. It is made of like a solid plastic though, so they don't really hang or dangle or anything. They're stuck, they're sticking straight out like that, and they're just a solid gray plastic. And then the other weapon is this really weird rod that's got this swinging ball on the end, kind of like a swinging mace, I guess, or like a Morning Star type accessory, and it does have the ability to kind of swivel around the base there. So, let's get to that zombie tornado action feature, because we've got to see this thing. So you look at the back of the figure and you'll notice that he's got this really creepy looking little purple skull thing sticking off his back, and he has a pull string. He's not a talking toy, but the pull string actually will activate his action feature. So here's what you do. That little purple skull's got the ability to pull out a little bit, and it reveals like this little peg piece. So pull the pull string out as far as it can go, and then once you've pulled the string out all the way, make sure you keep hold of his body so it doesn't activate the action feature. And then you want to hook the little loop around that skull peg that you just pulled out. That's because this dude's going to spin around really fast, and if you don't hook that ring up there, that ring is just going to whip around and could probably hurt if it hits you. So you definitely want to hook that little ring up. So you hook the ring on there after you pull the string out, you make sure those weapons are in his hands, and you release his body, and he spins around like crazy. Zombie tornado action. I love it. So the action feature works really well, and it's goofy, and it's interesting to see a pull string on there. Usually these guys have like a wind-up feature instead, but it's a pull string on this guy. I don't know, it's fun, it works, and it's definitely early 90s for sure. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the awesome Conan the Adventurer Skulkur figure. I love this figure, but just because he's so crazy. I mean, those colors are so bright. I love the sculpt on this guy. I really do. It's got really cool detail on there. But man, those colors are just so bright and gaudy looking that it's just one of those things that it's so goofy I had to own it. And come on, guys. Zombie tornado action. Zombie tornado action. Until next time.